Timewastedd, the podcast. This week, man, I'm tapping in with my guy Juice from the trenches.
For the trenches, you see the gear, solid trench work.
Yeah, man.
Follow us, Heist Rich Juice, at Money Move, at the trenches, you know.
Matter of fact, say it again, keeping it.
Yeah, you gotta follow me at Heist Rich Juice. Follow my boy Moo, also my partner, CEO with the trenches, at _Money Move. Also follow the page, The Trenches, TheTrenches. You feel me? The best in the business, man. Best in the city.
Yes,
Mark my words.
Yes, sir. So what's the trenches, my guy?
Trenches. I mean, you know, like everybody, everywhere, like Florida,
Yeah.
Texas. Who else got like Florida got? You know, they got the route guy. They got Gold Feet. Everybody know Gold Feet Global.
Yeah.
And it's just like they got good weather. I ain't even gonna say good weather. Like they could train outdoor.
Yeah.
All year round. You feel me? Cleveland, we ain't got that though. You feel me? Like summertime, we got 100 football fields in the summer. But once the winter time, we actually get bad snow days. Like you might get 2 inches today, 6 inches tomorrow. Like you know how Cleveland weather is. So the trenches basically like we trying to be bigger than just oh yeah, I train with them. We trying to be bigger than just a regular training group, training sports, whatever. We want to get people better. We want to make sure everybody on the right track. Like most trainers, like all right, they'll train you,
right?
But they look at you like it's a check. Like, okay, this kid, I got 100 kids paying me $220. All right, boom. I'm gonna just give them all the same training. I don't care if I don't get no results or not. I'm gonna give them my pay.
Yeah.
But it's bigger. Like we bigger than that. We want our guys. If you come train with us, we basically look at you as family.
Yeah.
We want our guys to be the best, have opportunities, and even if they coaches not getting them opportunities, we gonna help. So we not really just like we trying to branch off into hella different things. Like we really want to be like the IMG of Cleveland.
Right.
So we want to offer everything: football training, basketball training, soccer, lacrosse, volleyball. Our end goal is to get a big ass facility. Well, okay. Our end goal.
Man, you can be whatever you want.
Our end goal is to get a big facility, like in the middle of Cleveland.
Right. Where the trenches come from, like?
So, all right. Well, me and Mumu, like if you ask us, we gonna tell you.
Right.
We the best duo at Levi's. Even though like we don't got the best numbers.
Yeah.
We ain't both of us ain't go D1. Yeah. We gonna tell you like shit. We the best duo. The 7-8 duo, that's the best duo for Heist, period. We gonna stand on that. Mumu like he undersized, one of the best route runners you gonna meet. You feel me?
Right.
Even to this day, he don't even play football no more. Like, but he got a great football IQ. For short hands, you feel me? We argue all the time for hands, but a lot of people gonna say Mumu's. I ain't gonna say a lot of people. On a good day, I'm gonna say Mumu.
Right. Oh,
but I'm gonna tell him that. I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm gonna tell him like shit. My hand's better than yours.
That's a fact.
But you feel me? Mumu what 5'9", 5'10". Great route runner, not the fastest. For short hands, not the strongest. You feel me? But he know football. He know how to get open. He know how to find a soft spot in the zone. You feel me? He went D3. You feel me? Out of high school. So that's his story. But he can speak on his story way more. As far as me, like, all right, I'm 6'4". I got all the intangibles.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the grades. So therefore I had to go JUCO.
Right.
And I ain't just go to one JUCO. I went to 2 different JUCOs, like due to my circumstances.
Yeah, talk about it like for real. Then like, what's the difference between like you actually been to a real college though, like D2 or just all JUCOs?
I went all JUCO. I went to Erie Community College in Buffalo, New York. I played my freshman year. I actually had a decent freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I had a great freshman. I had a decent freshman year. So. But like it was good enough to where like college coaches noticed me. Like, okay, yeah, that kid, like they got a receiver up there in Buffalo at Erie who making some noise. Like, and we heard he a big guy. Feel me?
Yeah.
So I had a decent year at Erie. Me and my coach wasn't
a little disagreement.
On the same thing. He caused me a couple. Like him. Like I ain't even gonna put 100% blame on him because I didn't come back that second year. So that second year, we not going back. I ended up taking a year off, not playing.
Yeah.
And then 2017, I didn't play. 2018, come back around, and I transferred to the JUCO all the way in Oklahoma.
Right.
And it's like, both of them JUCOs showed me like a lot about myself. Erie, it's like, you got to get it out the mud. You got to get it out the mud in JUCO, period.
Yeah.
But Erie is like, you gonna come to Erie first of all. We don't got dorms. So you gotta
Where you at?
You gotta find your apartment. You feel me?
On your own.
Yeah, on your own.
Okay.
You don't got dorms. Ain't no scholarship. Ain't no meal plan.
No nothing.
No nothing. You feel me? But at the same time, all that's being told to you.
Yeah.
When you talk to the coach, you come in and it's like, oh yeah, we got places that kids can live at. We got scholarship money. You can get you a food card.
Yeah.
You feel me? All that's being told to you. But when you get here, you don't get none of that. So I had ended up living in the house with like 20 people.
Oh, you turned.
No exaggeration. It's
20 football players?
20 football players in one house. And
what's your motivation for like the trenches? Like how y'all give up y'all motivation?
So that's really where the trenches come from. Like getting it out the mud, like control, like doing everything in your power to control your own destiny.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you might have a coach, and your coach might be like, oh yeah, you gotta do this stuff my way, and that get to kids. Like kids
right.
are like, man, you irritated. Like, bro, if I don't do this, he gonna do this. He might say this, but just control what you can control. Like one of the things we say in church, like it's gonna feel better when you get it out the mud, cause like that's all you.
Right.
You feel me? No matter the adversity you're going through, no matter how many times you fall rock bottom, no matter like if you're a person dealing with injuries, dang man, I keep getting hurt, keep pushing. You're a person dealing with like competition, like you're not like you going from high school to college and you on the bottom of the depth chart. You don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Before you think like, shit, I'm just about to transfer to compete first. You feel me? Just grind it out. That's basically what the trenches is like. Everybody start from the bottom.
Is everybody welcome though to the trenches?
Yeah, everybody welcome. It's not just like ain't no picks. We not picking like, oh yeah, we want to train you.
Yeah.
Oh no, we not gonna train you, but we gonna train you. It's not like we trying to train big people name. For real, we'll take somebody with no name.
Yeah.
If they willing to work, if they willing to grind, they willing to be consistent and listen, because we're not gonna steer them wrong. Right. It's not like we just bringing players in like, if you don't listen to me, you're not gonna go for it.
Right.
Because I don't know everything.
Exactly.
Mumu don't know everything. So it's like, shit, we learn from people we train and working with different athletes just as much as they learning from us.
Yeah.
Like, I only can give game about football on the positions I played, being to 2 different colleges,
right,
networking with so many different coaches,
so many different people, like knowledge from everybody for real.
And that's the same for Mu. Like Mu can give game on the wide receiver position from high school to his D3, talking to his D3 coaches, right, and dealing with people. You feel me? So, and throughout the trip, we done made some connections with some names that hold weight. Yeah. And like I said, we gain more knowledge. The more people we come, the more times we study people. The more times we study in workouts, we study how to get better releases, how to make kids get open. Like we might come across a kid who's slow. Hey, I'm slow. I run a 4.6, but I play wide receiver. Right. You don't gotta be super fast to play wide receiver.
What's something y'all be giving them though that y'all ain't get?
We can give that we didn't get. We gonna give like a trainer who actually gonna give you like the real spill. You feel me? Like, we gonna tell you it raw, how uncut, how it is. Like if a player come to us like, oh yeah, I'm really like that, and you can train with us like 2-3 sessions, and we looking at your train like, your footwork terrible, bro. You're not catching the ball. You're not listening. You keep trying to do the same thing that brought you here, and it's not working. Right. You feel me? Or like we see a person like we tell like we I ain't gonna say our dude's name, but we had a guy. He ain't played football in a couple of years, but he want to play corner. You ain't played football in a couple of years, but you want to play the hardest position, one of the hardest positions on the field.
That's the hardest position in football to me.
As a corner, you got to play the entire game running backwards. Right. You feel me? So not only you got to be in shape, you got to have the technique, you got to be smart, you got to know football. Yeah. We had to tell him all the time. We tell him all the time, like, you shouldn't just be working out when you with us. Right. And that's something we gonna tell every kid that train with us. If you come train with the trenches and you think like, as long as I'm training with the trenches, I'm gonna be good, you wrong. Cause we only can do so much. We offer hands-on training. We still communicate with our guys like, boom. Once you work out with us, you're gonna follow our Instagram, of course. Right. We depend on your position. We gonna send you videos. Like, look what he do here. We gonna send you a video. We gonna break down. Yeah. You feel me? Like, you see how he open. You see how he turn. You see how he sit in this cover too. Yeah. Or you see how like this this bailout. Like, he's showing that he about to press. So as they go, he bail out. Like, disguise and coverage. We gonna point all that out. And we gonna be on you. Like, we gonna tell you. Football is more like than just, oh, I'm just about to go out there and do this. You gotta actually study film. Like, you gotta be a lab rat.
Right.
If you on offense, you a quarterback, and you ain't watching film, you're not gonna reach your full potential. Yeah. Same thing as a receiver. If you're not watching film on the person that's about to cover you and trying to pick up on a tendency, you ain't gonna be successful. Mm-hmm. Same thing for a corner. If you a corner, you gotta guard their number one receiver. You better learn how he come out. You feel me? Every play. Do we show anything that if he about to get the ball, he really excited? If he not, he sluggish. How he started, how he set up his blocks. Like, you can learn all of this from film. But we telling this kid that was working out with us, like, you gotta do stuff at home.
Then, like, I want to get back to, like, all right, you in high school, like, how would you describe your journey? Like, was you like a person who was consistent to 100% football, or like was you more like, how would you say?
Ooh, honestly, if I could do high school all over again, bro, I'd be at Bama. Yeah. I'd be at Bama, Clemson. I wouldn't even be. I would like. I'd save myself so much time. It's not even that. Boom, I wasn't even getting advice, because I'm getting advice from people. Like, right. People tell me, like, man, take her to school. Freshman year, boy, I'm a freshman. First in high school. When you a freshman, you feel me? That first year in high school, you just doing whatever. You feel me? Whatever. That shit came back to bite me in the ass. Right. Same thing with sophomore year. I'm getting better. I'm changing everything around, but I'm still following off of freshman year. You feel me? So teachers got that bad taste in their mouth about me. Oh, you talking?
So what you be saying though to, like, what you would say to your players? Like, you be giving them stories about you in high school?
Yeah, every player, every person that worked out with me in movement, they know. Like, shit, yeah. I ain't go D1. I went to 2 JUCOs. It's about to be my first time playing in a minute. You feel me? I'm doing this because I don't want kids to have to go JUCO. If you ask me right now, somebody like, yeah, don't go JUCO. I say, find you a school, walk on, because you're gonna save yourself. You're gonna save yourself cheese. You're gonna save yourself, like, the reality. Like, all right, boom, you can go JUCO, take care of business, do everything in JUCO, and still not go D1. Like, it's some dogs in JUCO who not going D1. Why? Because it's like everybody coming JUCO to play, get in and out. You feel me? If you're not on dog, if you're not in there grinding, you might have to stay in JUCO 2-3 years. Right. I know some dudes that was staying in JUCO that was in JUCO for 4 years, and you probably think like,
what's the grind like for the JUCO? Like, so once you get to the JUCO, do you be going off on your own too then at the JUCO level, and then is it more like people around you for real that be eating with you that motivate you? Or
see, my first JUCO Erie, that's my mindset going in. You feel me?
Right.
Like, man, I ain't come here to make friends. I'm about to come here and go to work. I mean, we had 22 receivers.
Yeah.
We got 22 receivers when I was at Erie. We started the season with 6. You feel me?
Like, what?
Yeah. But then, like, when I went to Oklahoma, I'm in the mid. Like, my mom didn't even want me to go out there. She's like, you ain't got no family out there. Like, I ain't going out there for no family or nothing. First couple months in Oklahoma, I wasn't even talking to nobody. The reason why I tell my players, like, control what you control. The coach that got me to even come to Oklahoma, being honest, like a 15-hour drive. So that's like what? I don't know how long the flight was. I had to catch 2 flights. I get there probably like 2 in the morning. I catch a flight to an airport that closed. You feel me? I'm like, airport's closed?
This is a small airport.
It's a small airport. Yeah. So boom, airport closed. So I'm calling the coach that, you feel me, I've been talking to. He gave me another coach number. So I tell this coach, like, yeah, I'm DeMario Jones, wide receiver from Cleveland. I just got here in Joplin. I'm in Joplin, like 30 minutes from the school. Yeah. They're like, you can't get here. We ain't got nobody that can come pick you up. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh man, bro, I had to pay $75 for an Uber. $75 for an Uber and get a hotel for that night.
To get to the school.
Just to get to the school.
Right.
Then I get to the school that next day. I'm trying to find the coach that recruited me.
Right.
They're like, oh no, he gone. He just told everybody last night. He just accepted the coaching job at Minnesota.
Ooh.
So the head coach that recruited me and brought me in the day before I landed, he had pulled the whole team together. It's like, yeah, I just accepted the opportunity to go coach at the University of Minnesota. So now the head coach there don't know nothing about me. You feel me?
Yeah, but you already out there now.
I'm already out there now. You feel
me?
So boom, now I gotta do everything to get this scholarship, keep it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm like, oh yeah, ain't no time to make friends. You feel me?
Right.
But this JUCO compared to Buffalo, like they got meal plans.
Yeah.
You got dorms.
So it's really like
all I gotta worry about is
football.
All I gotta worry about, so I ain't gotta worry about how I'm gonna eat. I ain't gotta worry about where I'm about to stay at. I ain't gotta worry about how I'm about to get to classes and walk from my dorm.
Right.
We got a football dorm, like all football players. So this is a complete different JUCO. We get sponsored by Nike, Adidas. So we getting gloves, pants, cleats. We getting everything. All I gotta do is focus on football. But being mine, we got a new coach that don't know nothing about me. So I'm like, man, I just gotta grind. So he pulling kids in, because right before the coach that left and went to Minnesota, he brought in probably like 20, 30 recruits. So I'm not the only only person that came in and found out like this dude that recruited me leaving. It's a lot of us like that. We like, man, people end up transferring out. I'm like, man, I'm already here.
Yeah.
I'm already in Oklahoma. I'm enrolled in school. I just paid for the flight. I got all my stuff here. Bro, I ain't leaving. I'm about to just stick it out. And I still end up earning a scholarship, but I couldn't even play due to like financial reasons. Like I had a school bill, so I couldn't even play due to a school bill. So every offer I done got from spring to summer camp, can't take none of it. So high school, I'm childish. I'm childish now, man. I'm still childish, but high school is like, it was worse. Like, it's a lot of bad decisions that matured me, or like the mindset I got now, I won't even did.
So what would you tell them? Like, how I be painting, like, when I was in high school, like, we'd just go skip. We wouldn't even go to class for, like, our teachers weren't really giving us no pressure on grades, so nigga, we out in the hall. We leaving to go to Kim's, going to McDonald's. Like, what you mean? Like, what you saying? Like, how childish? To what extent?
Man, to what extent? Like, I'm gonna just say childish. Like, one, I'm goofy as this. Two, I wasn't taking care of business though. Like, it's like I should have been on top of my school shit even more.
Yeah.
Like to put myself on that radar to where like shit, I can go
There's
D1.
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. But
right.
I didn't have that though. Like, nigga barely graduated for real, so I had to grind just to graduate. So that's what ended up causing me to go JUCO.
Right.
Feel me? Now if I could talk to my high school self, like me right now talking to freshman Juice, like, listen, if you don't go hard in these books, you feel me? Going to Bama, Clemson, you feel me?
That's what that
ain't gonna work.
Right.
None of that's gonna happen. You ain't gonna get that opportunity. And if you do want the opportunity, you gonna have to pick yourself up. Like that's
because you low key put your own self at a disadvantage.
I put my own self at a disadvantage.
But was it people telling you though, like, yo, get your shit together?
You feel me?
Like, what people was telling you to get your shit together?
So it's like, I ain't really got too many family members who was athletes.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, my uncles, they doing they want to make how they money. My mom, of course, your mama gonna say you need to take care of school, but I ain't got too many athletes in my family like telling me about how high school sports work. You feel me? So they was really just only talking about getting my act together in class. Like, you want to be a class clown, you want to miss school, and you ain't doing your work. So
right.
That's where I really wasn't getting nothing talked about football.
Yeah, so you be having that talk though, like with your players then?
Yeah.
Like the niggas y'all be training?
Yeah, for sure.
What'd you be telling them? Like what's some shit, like, you be, like, give a story, like, you be telling them stories or more of a what?
Like, for example, alright. Mumu brother played for Euclid.
Yeah.
You feel me? And, you know, like, Mumu was just coaching at Euclid. So, Coach Roski had called Mumu about players he know we training. Like, I know this player working out with you. I know these 5 players working out with you.
Right.
Well, 2 out of these 5 don't got good grades.
Right.
So next time we know we gonna see them again because they work out with us. So next time they working out, Mumu will just hop on ass like, bruh, I just talked to coach, you got 2 Fs.
Right.
Of course, a player gonna get straight in defensive mode. No, I don't, bro. I don't got no 2Fs.
Exactly.
Bro, you lying, bro. I just talked to coach. He just pulled your grades up on FaceTime or the Zoom call.
Yeah.
So then that's when the whole like, oh, I just talked to my teachers. Like, we keep it short like this. You don't take care of business, you're gonna either go D3, NAIA.
Right.
Like, it's up to you. That's why I say you can. Every player control their destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna just play football, or you wanna go as far with football. If you wanna go far, you gotta put yourself in the best position.
Hey, why you think though? Like, we don't be taking school serious though?
Man, cause we young.
What you mean though? Like,
I feel like.
Is it like niggas just don't like school?
Man, nobody.
Or what is it?
Nobody, in my opinion, nobody likes school. Like, people just do it to do it. Nobody likes school.
Yeah.
You can't tell me one. I haven't met one football player like I really enjoy going to class.
Right.
And being first in class. Like,
nobody
likes school, but in high school it should be like, we kids from.
Yeah.
And then depending on where you go to school at, it's like a different environment. Like. Yeah.
With each school, like it's their own distraction.
Own distraction within itself. If you a hood nigga and you go to a school and you in a school like Shaw, you might have to look over your shoulder. You not thinking about shit. I ain't turn this paper into Miss Elizabeth about English or the chapter 2.
Right.
I'm worried about not getting jumped by these niggas that's from this hood.
Right.
So, or sometimes niggas just really don't. Niggas just be lazy though.
Like, and just school is just not the answer.
School just not the answer, bro.
Right.
School just not the answer. And everybody know now, like, you don't need school to be financially stable.
That's a fact, though. So, but what would you tell somebody like who an athlete that be struggling with their grade?
Man, I would tell an athlete like, bro, just go to class. No matter how hard it is.
Hey,
you just get cool with the teachers gonna help.
That's what I was just about to say. For
that's what I learned that in college. College is a finesse.
It's a finesse game.
Yeah, I had, from me to having terrible grades in high school
to
having good grades in college, I realized it's just a finesse. Like,
what is it? What is it about?
Like,
tell them. Matter of fact, bro, tell them the secret for real to succeeding to school.
My secret is I just get cool with the teachers. Teachers want to help. Teachers want to help you in class. Like,
yeah.
Boom.
Even in high school too.
High school is more like. I mean, depending on your high school.
Right.
Because I came across a couple high school teachers that actually, like, genuinely help. But I know in college, though, in college, like, a professor going to get paid either way. Yeah. Just like a teacher going to get paid either way. But a professor, boom. I got a kid who's smart as hell. They not trying. But I got a kid who's struggling, but he giving his all.
Right.
You feel me? He got a C. I'm going to bump him up to a B. Just because I know he's trying. He come talk. If he need help, he come sit down after class.
So teachers
like
the secret.
That's the secret. Teachers,
tell them, bro.
Teachers like that. Like, teachers like a kid that's going. If you struggling, you ask questions.
Right.
You come get help.
Ain't it a such thing for real as fake trying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you can fake try. You can just show like I don't get this. This is nothing, and go home and not do no work.
Yeah.
But as far as that teacher know you trying, and she gonna help you.
That's what I be feeling like. That's what I be saying. Like, do you think though? Cause how I think about it is, bro, if I can get cool with my teacher, like, and she see that I can do something, like niggas, of course I ain't never been the smartest in the room, you feel me? I mean, of course, I ain't lying, I'm lying. Like, I'll be smart to some things, but not to all, you feel me? You know how that shit go. But like, for real, like, but every time I get to the classroom, I know, like, all right, if I'm cool with her enough, and she see that I'm going, like, it seems like I'm going the extra mile. Mm-hmm. How can I fail for real? Yeah. And that's what I really be trying to tell people.
In college, the only way you can fail is not doing nothing.
Not doing it at all.
It's not doing nothing. Because, bro, it be to
I think that too in high school.
You got tutors. No, see, bro, in high school, I used to be up till, like, before I got switched to Taylor, I used to be up till, like, 6 in the morning. I got to be at school at 8. You feel me? I'm not. That's like simple shit like that. Like,
right.
You're not taking school serious if you staying up till 6 in the morning. You got to be at class at 8 a.m.
Right.
You feel me?
So that's what I'm. So for real, you just gotta find that, and you ain't find that person to tell you like, if you want to be this D1 athlete for real, bro, you gotta do these things. Like some things, like you said, we don't know, but you know these certain requirements for real. Yeah.
But I feel like everybody gonna hit a wall. Or like a switch to where they gotta be realistic with themselves. And I feel like I hit my first switch at the end of high school. But in high school, our Shaw was our last game. Boom, we beat Shaw, went out with a bang. Boom. So now, feel me, I'm talking, Coach Roski having meetings with everybody, basically telling like, they recruiting situation, how that's gonna work. Feel me, telling me like, you don't need to be thinking about colleges right now. You need to be worried about if you're gonna graduate. My switch was, boom. I didn't walk the stage with my niggas.
Right.
You feel me? So I graduated. I got my high school diploma, but I didn't walk the stage. Like today, my niggas walking the stage. I was there, but I was all the way up in the chairs. I was all the way up, sitting by myself. I dropped my nigga Tay off. Boom. I watched my nigga Tay cross. My nigga Moo Moo. Watched my brother Ron. I watched nigga my whole senior class. I watched all them niggas walk the stage, and I didn't walk the stage. Then you feel me? I went to their signing day. Watched all my niggas sign like I'm going to this school. I'm going to this school. I ain't signing.
Yeah.
So that's the switch. Like nigga, once I get to school, once I make this happen, I ain't about to fuck up no more.
Right.
And that's when, and I kept that mindset the whole time I was in Erie. Like I ain't fucking up no more. Nowadays, nowadays you don't gotta go to college. But I say get that degree just to say you did it. You feel me? And for real, a degree ain't nothing but like something for your mom to be proud of, your parents, or whoever your guardian is. Like you feel me? I knew my mom was sorry when I didn't walk the stage. You feel me? My mom, me and her doing prom, she happy as hell about prom. But everybody walking the stage, she know I'm not walking the stage. She just that day she was like, "Oh, you still going up there?" I'm like, "Yeah." She like, "Oh yeah, you a good friend." Cause if I didn't graduate and walk the stage, I wouldn't go up there.
Right.
I still went up there, dapped up all my niggas, tell like congratulations. Everybody looking at me, I'm getting side eye from everybody. Like all my niggas' moms, like they love me to death, but they just looking at me, shaking their head, like, you feel me, like you supposed to walk. But I still ended up getting my degree.
No, as you supposed to.
So when my mom finally got it, she was happy. But it's like I say, do that shit for your parents, your people. Whether you want to go to college or not, whether you care about school or not, just do that so your mama had that.
Yeah.
Especially if your people's like, especially if you come from a home where like, yo, some of your people didn't graduate high school. Mm-hmm. Just do it just to break that generational curse. Like, just do that shit. You don't gotta be an athlete to graduate. You don't gotta be a 4.0 student to graduate.
Yeah.
You feel me? You could just be I just go to school, I get C's, I do my work, I get in and out. I'm a lane, I don't talk to nobody, go in and out.
Football really can do a lot for a nigga though,
man, bro. And that's what the trenches is though. Like
that shit is.
It's more than just us training. We want that to be so much more.
Yeah.
Training. We want to help players out. If a player comes to us, he got the stats, the grades, his coach not really promoting them out there. Oh yeah, come on, I got it. We trying to build connections with coaches now.
Right.
Even though me and Moon both young, we still trying to build connections with coaches because that's the point of us doing this. We train these kids. A kid go handle business, handle what he can.
Yeah.
He a defensive player. He undersized, but he got the stats. He got the grades. All right, I got a couple D2 coaches I can call. Rock a DM for you.
Yeah.
Out of all these schools, somebody gonna like what they see.
No, for real. I think that's an important part for real. Somebody's just putting your shit out there.
Yeah. But when you putting stuff out there, though, you gotta realize like. Coaches, the same way we look at it, like, bro, you just need a chance. Coaches look at it the same way, like, I just need to get the right kid.
Yeah.
Who make my work, like, make my name hold some weight. So if a coach bring in one bad kid, the next kid he looking for, he got to make sure like this kid a good kid. Then if a coach bring in one good kid, now he got to follow through with that. You feel me? One bad kid to fuck a whole coach lifestyle up though. Like,
yeah,
you bring in a bad kid there, you could get fired for that.
Yeah, so that's why matter of fact though, so that's what I'm saying, back to your reputation for the trenches, like, is y'all vouching for everybody?
We only go vouch for what's brought to us. Uh-huh. If we training the kid, he grinded hard, we watch his progress, he went from, he couldn't check a soul to, now he locking up people consistently. He went from a D average to he showing us his grades. He got a BC average.
Yeah.
Like he progressing.
some real mentors.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, we gonna put that on the line. We'll never want kids to just train like if we only train the kids, but we don't get no success stories out of that.
Right.
How that's gonna look on us?
Exactly. Okay.
We train 50 kids.
You hit that bitch right there, bro. Yeah. That's the one.
You feel me? You train 50 kids and none of them get scholarships.
Right.
So people gonna look at it like, who y'all training? What y'all doing? What's so good about y'all training over there that I should take my kid out of somebody that got a reputation?
Right.
You feel me? Oh, this coach that trained 1,000 kids. He got out of this 1,000, he got 600 kids who went to college on scholarships.
Right.
You feel me? We trained 50 and we ain't got not one kid on scholarship. That's gonna look like they not doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more than just training though. Like if we only worry about training, that's all we worry about. But then once it gets to school, we can't do the work for them.
Exactly.
And even if we could, we wouldn't because we don't need to. So that's what we got to be on our players. Like, hey, bro, what y'all doing y'all schoolwork? Y'all on top of y'all grades? And like, boom, around consistency. We gonna build connections with coaches. We instead of us just being, oh yeah, that's just a trench. They just train players. No, we train. We help players get scholarships. Staying consistent, grinding it out, gaining knowledge every day, and dishing the same knowledge out. Feel me? We want everybody to eat. We're not gonna be selfish. If you come train with the churches and we not giving you 100%, you don't need to be training with us. I wouldn't want to train with no trainer who not putting 100% into me getting better, and I'm paying them.
Right.
You feel me?
I'll be upset.
I'll be upset. I'll be more than upset. I'll be furious because, especially when you come across, it's a lot of athletes who you got an athlete who kind of want it. You got an athlete like, bro, this it.
No, is it all about stats though? Cause I be seeing, I ain't like, coming from Collinwood for like, we'll have some raw talents. You feel me? They be putting up some crazy numbers, but they still want to go to the. You feel me?
Man, for real, it's about how you get. It's about who promoting you.
Yeah.
It's about who promoting you. Cause it don't even gotta be. Weight. It don't even gotta be. Say you playing in Collinwood, the Senate. That's the Senate, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Y'all play that conference shitty compared to LEL, but you stand out on that, boy. You still go D1. That's what happened with Glenville.
Right.
You feel me? You stand out. They standing out in that conference. They getting the looks, but it's about how you getting promoted. Yeah. It's about do your coach got the research.
Promotions definitely do matter then.
Coach getting name hold weight. So
yeah.
So our first goal is to get every player that train with us into college.
Yeah, that's the rate. That's the main goal.
That's
of
our very first. We're gonna evaluate. You're gonna get evaluated by more than just one person.
Right.
You feel me? But you're gonna get hands-on training depending on the position you play.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If you boom, it's always gonna be hard trying to build a name for something like skill training. And then it's a way you can go about. You can come at it and you can grind.
Yeah.
And you can go at like the big names, or you can come at it, you can grind, you can just build yourself up, or you can just think you can walk and think it's a walk in the park, which is not, and you're not gonna go nowhere. So like when we first started, we started calling people out, like calling other training places out, like y'all train R7 versus your 7 You feel me? We was just trying to get our name out there.
Right.
And some of them might have took it the wrong way, like you don't do that. Like I remember, I ain't gonna say who, but somebody told us like, that's not how you handle business. If you want to do something like that, we could arrange it, but all your guys will have to pay this, that, and the other. We wasn't trying to hear that. Mm-hmm. We trying to get our name out there. We calling y'all out. You been doing this. We started. And we calling y'all out.
That's crazy. So look, I was reading the book by 50 Cent, and he was talking about. I think it was a beef with Kanye or somebody. He said at first he was saying it like, I'm trying to work with you, bro. Like, it's either we about to work together or we about to just be enemies. And that's just on that, you feel me? So, like, that's basically what I'm getting. It's like, nigga, we can grow together for real, like the trenches and whoever, and we can both be these hard trainers, you feel me? And we can coexist with each other. If I don't got time for one kid, I can send them here. Or if you got a better, idea of that kid with the linebackers or some. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can go there and we can just trade off.
We tried that and it's like, but it's like you know how it is trying to get put on or trying to get help.
Yeah, that's
nobody want to help for real.
No, fact.
Like if we come to somebody like somebody come to you, like say you go to somebody like, hey, you know, I got my little thing going on. I be talking to people, interviewing people, boom, boom. Let me get on there with you. Like, can I get an interview? Somebody might give you the runaround, but let you blow up in a year.
Yeah, then they.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, let's collab, man. I've been seeing what you're doing. You're doing great. Then let's collab.
Yeah.
I just tried to collab with you a year ago before I even got on.
Exactly.
You feel me? So now.
Do you take that though? You take that on the chin, or how you take that?
Oh yeah, that's how we take it. We take everything on the chin. It's the trenches. You feel me? You gotta get it out the mud.
Yeah. Do you work with them though? Afterward.
Do we work with them? I feel like, all right, as far as like all our competition, we won't have no problem working with some competition.
Yeah.
Will we prefer it? No.
Exactly.
Because we tried to do some things with our competition to even get in. Like boom, it ain't have to be no like, oh my 7 versus your 7 is beef. No, it's not like that. It's just a competitive 7-on-7.
Yeah. You
train, we train. Let's compete. And then after we compete, we could have just touched up on some things like what's some things you notice about our guys. Oh yeah.
That make business successful though. I feel like it's more of the people.
Yeah.
Like
for sure. Yeah. You can start a business and you start that business and like you got a whole bunch of talkers or a whole bunch of people that's like not fully invested into your business. Your business only gonna go so far. You're only as good as your weakest link.
Right.
You feel me? Your weakest link is somebody who not bringing nothing to the table. It's not much you gonna. It's not much you're gonna do. You have to cut a loose end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take that. I take everything on the chin. I got a chip on my shoulder. And Mumu, my partner, like he one of my biggest critics though. Like, and that's another thing. If your circle not being honest with you, that's not your nigga. That's not your circle. That's not your brother. None of that.
Right.
Like, boom. If everybody telling me, oh yeah, you good, bro, you good. I'm always thinking I'm good, but y'all go like, man, he tripping. Tell me I'm tripping. You feel me? Right. And that's another thing why, like, I'm like me and Mumu just more than business part. Like that's why he my brother. Like, Mumu gonna tell me, hey, just bro, you lacking, bro, you slacking. Pick this shit up, or like nigga, something gonna have to shake. You feel me? Whether it's the trenches, whether it's football workouts, whether it's just like shit. If he even thought like the slightest I was lacking in life, like. I'm just falling off. I'm just get too lackadaisical. He gonna speak on like, bro, what you got going on? Like,
right?
Shit, we talk about getting money. We talk about being rich. All that positive message, like where we gonna be, what we gonna do all the time. So I know if at any time I'm lacking and I'm not seeing it, or I'm falling off and I'm not paying attention to it because I'm thinking I'm still doing this.
Yeah.
You need somebody who's gonna tell you what it is. That's what Moon will do. He tell me for sure, and I'm gonna tell him the same thing. Like,
right,
bro.
You need somebody that's gonna keep you accountable for real.
Yeah, ain't nothing out here in these streets, especially in Cleveland. Especially in Cleveland.